And evacuations of residents near the Oroville Reservoir are still in effect this evening. Nearly 200,000 people had to leave their homes yesterday after emergency workers discovered structural damage on the emergency spillway. If the structure can't hold back the water, communities downstream could be in serious trouble. The country's tallest dam at Lake Oroville in Northern California in a state of emergency today. Following heavy rains last week, the reservoir's water rose to critical levels, and a gaping hole appearing in the dam's primary spillway, 200 feet wide and 30 feet deep, preventing officials from draining water. Then, the emergency spillway, used as a backup, developed structural damage too, with officials warning of an imminent failure and the potential for a catastrophic flood.
If we can't use the spillways that we want to, then the dam is in danger of topping over, and many people don't realize the tremendous force of water. And when the dam breaks, that whole reservoir lake behind it just rushes right down and takes everything out in its path.
State water officials ordered immediate evacuation of nearly 200,000 people. The sudden emergency triggering chaos, gridlock lasting for miles and hours. USC student James McDaniel's family evacuated last night.
I didn't believe it at first, and then when they said it again, I'm like, oh man, this is real. They're actually trying to evacuate everybody.
His parents had just minutes to grab what they could and go.
You really don't realize the shock that comes when you realize that you may lose everything. Until you realize that you may not come back to anything, it really is a shock to the system that sets in.
Now, the McDaniels returned home today, but they told me they're keeping their cars packed up in case they need to get out fast. And nearly 200,000 people are still under those mandatory evacuation orders tonight as officials rush to fix that damage ahead of more rain later this week.